Hello and welcome to Intimate Lens. This is Dr. Katz. Today we're going to zoom on the mind and the climax 70 years later. What is she talking about? Let's check it out. The patient arrived 75 years old, respectfully dressed, elegant, articulate, a professional. Lovely conversation to warm up the atmosphere, and then, why are you here today? And she says, I cannot climax neither by myself nor with my partner. So we continued the conversation, exploring more historical details, and her big statement was the following, and I will read this. Mother caught me exploring at the age of 9. She called me dirty and bad. She made me feel I had to not be touched sexually in order to be good. So that was at the age of 9. The woman was 75 when she arrived now. You do the math and see how many years she's been suffering with this awful burden upon her. So what did she do? If I have to be good, that means I cannot be touched, so I'll shut down. And she shut down sexually. However, there were 2 incidents in life, early on in life. One incident, she said, my first orgasm that I truly know I had was when I rode a horse, after Mom caught her sometimes. I rode a horse. I was so afraid of the sensation, and I was so afraid for being not good that I totally freaked out, and I totally shut down thereafter. However, in college, under the influence of smoking pot, I one time experienced arousal, and that just strengthened within me the fear and the worry that I am really a bad person and I really need to put an end to it. So what happened? So the woman just shut herself sexually down. We have other videos on this channel about sexual shutdown in different version of it. And she went through the motions of life. As a woman, you don't have to be sexually aroused or to climax in order to have your vagina engage, or she faked it, something we don't necessarily endorse, but women do it for survival out there, for sexual survival. And she just went through the motions. And she finally decided it is time to do something with self, because self is not happy. And she came in for treatment. She has been trying to masturbate with a vibrator, with the absolute blessing of her partner, who really would like her to also enjoy that sexual transaction. And she said that as soon as she feels good, she so resists it. The conflict within her between what Mom said and between her want to get better, that conflict just gives her such tension headache that she just stops and she just doesn't go anywhere. She tries and it falls into the same trap. Additional notes from discussion with this patient include, as I look at my notes here, to cope, she started overeating and she gained a lot of weight. Then she went into a diet, then she gained more weight. She says, I'm shy. I feel unloved and unhappy. She also said, when we asked, have you ever sought counseling? And she said, yes, but I did not discuss my sexual issue with a therapist. So we scratched our heads and said, so what did you discuss? Why not put it into the mix? It was too embarrassing. So we just talk about other things. So yes, there is a solution, but the journey is long. And the woman had to undo a lot of prohibitions. She had to come out from under the influence of Mom. She had to be coached and counseled about the normal feelings of arousal and the normal tendency of children to explore and masturbate, without even knowing necessarily what they're doing, but they're exploring their body, genitalia included, and to free herself and to allow herself to be without this mother prohibition. So the message is, if you share such a story, very common, if you share such a story, take inventory. What is it that you really want to do? Nature came before culture and family pressure and religious codes. First, there is the body, and the body works in a particular way. You need to reconcile within yourself how you manage this balance between what your body wants and how it reacts and what the other layers are calling for, so you will arrive at a balance that's good for you. And we hope it's going to be a free and healthy balance so that you could live a happy sexual life. Share, like, subscribe. A lot of women suffer with that. Please spread the word. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.